normally kind of the hardest time of camp in the way that, like, you've ended, like, the first part of it, but you're still kind of a couple of days or even a week away from actually putting in the game plans. It's kind of, you just got to get through this week.
Well, I feel like if you have the mindset of trying to get through, you're not really going to be successful. Mostly it's about just taking it day by day. It is a hard part of football, but that's just because it's kind of like that grind period. It's a transition from, basic just practicing just to, get back in shape and get back, in the mind frame of football to actually installing plays and, kind of a mixture of the two. So it is challenging, but, that's really all it's about. Like, this is, what we grow accustomed to as football players, and really just doing everything we can to get better each and every day and taking it one day at a time is really the most important thing.
What's the biggest thing Muschamp has brought? Is it the kind of the emotion or the passion, or kind of the execution, the focus on doing everything right?
Well, I'd say it's pretty much both. He's extremely demanding and his expectations are high for what he expects from us, which is a great thing. And we're just doing everything we can to really not only live up to the standard of him, but each other. And we want to hold each other accountable, hold ourselves accountable, and really do everything we can to be a direct reflection of him. And we're growing more and more into his personality, and we're ready to thrive in his defense, in his system, and what he does and what he expects out of us. It's just every day is getting a step closer to where we need to be as far as a premier defense.
Is there any doubt you're going to be better?
Oh no, without a doubt. We're already light years ahead of where we were before as far as collectively as a defense. The mindset and how we do everything and how we know everything's important all the time is extremely important to us, and that's where we're at right now. Just getting better. We're feeling good, moving forward with everything. We just need to continue to work, and that's what we're gonna continue to do each and every day until we reach the point of the first game.
Will was saying that linebacker play has been inconsistent for everybody, not one individual, just the whole group. What is it that you've seen from either yourself, Cass, everybody that's just been inconsistent out there? What specifically has been inconsistent?
Well, just like I said, trying to really adjust to the demanding style of play as far as playing for Coach Muschamp, but really just doing everything we can to live up to that standard. And we're doing we're working in and out outside of the meeting room and everything. And I know that once the season comes around, we'll be ready. But right now, we're just still in that transition period, still trying to get better each and every week, trying to stay physical.
You said the communication aspect is a bit of a problem too. Is that anything you can shed light on as to what's going on there on the linebackers at least?
Well, when we mix things up and install each and every day, communication is an extremely vital part of that. And we know, each day Coach Muschamp tells us that, if you just keep the communication going and make sure you know where everyone is at all times, it'll get easier for you all around, which is extremely true. And right now we're trying to go from a defense that didn't do a great job communicating in the past to getting better each and every day. We're not where we want to be right now, but we will get there.
You've had to go through 4 coordinators and systems in your time here. Just speak to that challenge and how difficult that's been to go from the terminology, and how much terminology now is carried over at all from any of the previous systems, or is it just totally different?
Well, I think one hard thing about it is a lot of terminology is the same, while a lot of it is different. So it's a mixture of the two, and even past that, just trying to adjust to the different expectations of a coach. But that's really all it's about. And I feel like we're at the stage now where we know what's expected of us as a defense, and we're doing everything we can to move forward and really just achieve all those things.
When it comes to that, Kris, do you, and you have to learn this new defense, do you just have to kind of try to erase your memory when it comes to making sure that you don't get out in the field and accidentally make a call from Ellis or even before that?
Well, personally, for me, that's not really a problem. I think you have to keep the whole concept of football and knowing football is extremely important. And a lot of people don't really realize that, you know, from a conceptual standpoint, it's extremely, you know, knowing where you're supposed to be and knowing the whole gist of the defense is extremely important. Not knowing just your position or what you're supposed to do on a specific play, but knowing where everybody's supposed to be at that's what allows you to be able to play fast and to know, you know, at any given play what your responsibility is, or if the offense changes, motions, anything, you'll be ready for it. So I feel like that's really the biggest thing as far as the transition period, going from one coordinator to another, just knowing conceptually everything you have to do personally and as a defense. And I feel like the more we grow in that, that's the better off we'll be.
When a new coordinator comes in, it's a clean slate. You kind of had to prove yourself over and over again when these new guys come in and just kind of prove your spot on the field.
Well, personally, I've always felt like I've had to prove myself, and I'm sure I can speak for a lot of guys on the defense when I say that as well. You know, every day is another interview. Every day is a new start to the day where you have to kind of erase what you did yesterday, regardless if it's good or bad, or you know what you did last season. Because at the end of the day, what you did last season really doesn't matter. You know, that's not going to help us win football games today, and well, when we first played Louisville and Georgia. So that's really the important thing, and just moving forward, that's the mindset that we all have. You know, we all wanna start. We all wanna you know do everything we can for the team, but all together, it's all about what's best for the team, and you know we're gonna continue to do everything we can to achieve that.
Where's the linebacker depth right now? Do you get a sense that maybe you'll play less snaps than you have in the past just because you're trying to roll guys in and out and keep guys fresh?
Right now, I'm not really aware, or I'm not even really thinking about that right now. Like I know at my position what I have to accomplish in order to make Auburn a better football team and make Auburn's defense a better defense. You know, as far as playing time's concerned, you know, we have a few weeks until the first game, and you know, I'm not really concerned with that. I have to do everything I can to, you know, shine a positive light on everybody around me while doing my job. And, you know, when I take care of my job, I know everything else will fall in place. And I'm sure the other guys feel the same way. And really just, it's all about work. Coming to work each and every day, clocking in, doing everything we can. And at the end of the day, you know, going home, studying, and getting ready for the next day.
All right. I was going to ask, Will said he had, at this point, no idea who would start day one at linebacker. I know you don't want to speak for the other guys, but by this point, did you think you would have maybe already nailed down a starting spot, just in your own mind, as far as when you had a goal of, hey, I want to be named starter at this point in preseason?
Well, since I've been at Auburn, I've always expected to do everything I can to be the starter. That hasn't changed from now till back when I first came in as a freshman. We all obviously, you know, want to start and want to, you know, play the most we possibly can, but just like I said, that being the important thing, that's not really the thing that we're looking at right now as far as our production on the field. We know that we have to get better individually, and we need to get better collectively as a defense, and that's the most important thing, and that's the only important thing.
All right.
Thanks, Kris.